All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more complexity casting, bringing you HoN Tour Diamond number 2, winners round 2. You got game number 2. That's a lot of twos. You got two casters here. Beef and Lalond. Lalond, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for this game. I just saw a Shadow Blade lock.
What up? Shadowblade
The
lock.
hero's actually really good. I'm
No,
surprised he's
that's
not
not.
played
No, he's
as
awful.
much.
You're wrong. Like, you're actually wrong right there.
Oh, he's really good.
No, he's awful. Oh,
Okay.
you're trolling me. It's ridiculous.
What
Believing.
were the blind bans? I didn't get to see them when
Yeah,
I joined the
the
game.
game started pretty fast. Fade and Parasite were banned by the Legion. That's complexity. And
Okay.
Hellborn banned Keeper of the Forest and Wild Soul. So Fade,
Oh,
Parasite, pretty standard B-Kid bans. Choosing not to get Wild Soul this time, but FYQ, you took care of that one.
yeah. Okay, so pretty much the same bans that you've been seeing every single game today.
Yeah, certainly true. Going into the lock pool, though, you already mentioned that Shadowblade. First lock coming out of B-Kid, Plague Rider. Had a lot of success with that hero in the last game. Looks like they might want to run him again. Then going past that, going to go into a couple of junglers. Why don't you tell us about the rest of the lock?
I gotta start up. Okay, so Plague Rider was the first one, then it was okay. Yeah, the Plague Rider first lock is good. It's always a safe suicide hero. Affiliate and Tempest. I don't know why they banned both of them. I mean, unless they plan on suiciding the Tempest and getting the Affiliate, because those are both two strong jungle heroes. You don't want to leave one open for the other team.
Yeah, I could completely agree, and you don't want to.
And then we could counter them with Bubbles Pharaoh, so that either way they're going to get one or the other if they get Tempest.
Yeah, I think that B-Kid's kind of got them on lock.
And then the
Terrible
Shadow
to say.
Blade pick at the Shadow Blade lock at the end.
Yeah.
With the
Um,
typical like hard carry bans and the push bans by Beacon.
Yeah, I think that B-Kid set himself up for a
He's like, I'm
very
not getting
nice.
cheesed by any push strat. I'm just gonna ban DS and stuff like that.
He's set himself up for a very nice team here. And I'm really excited to actually see that come out relatively soon. His first pick is Glacius, going pretty standard. No supports in the lock pool, so chose to get their strong support out first.
Yeah, actually, I really like the Glacius first pick because especially with Ophelia in the lockpick pool, it's gonna make Hellborn not too happy about picking him first.
Yeah.
I do think that coL wants to get Ophelia on their team.
Yeah, and Glacius, of course, like you said. He's a soft counter to Ophelia with that Ice Imprisonment. Luna Meraxis is the first picks here for FYKU, though. And that's a pretty damn strong mid lane. Of course, the harass potential from the axes as well as the power throw could make its way in. But the bird comes out. FYKU
Bird
just
is
got
the
birded.
word.
They just got birded and Flux. So here that I saw 2 weeks ago, I saw Flux just kind of make a random appearance in the scene. Like 3 or 4 games in a row, Flux was picked or banned. And I haven't seen him since then, but now picking him up again. We'll see if he goes into a dual lane or a suicide, which is what I've been seeing him played as.
Actually, I actually do like Flux as a hero. I don't like him so much as a suicide, but I do like him as maybe a solo or a dual laner. Those are perfectly good things for him. Good roles for Flux.
Yeah, and I mean, what are his strengths in the team? Why does Complexity want to add Flux to their lineup over any other hero?
Well, over any other hero. I mean, there's a lot of other heroes that could
Well,
line up,
yeah.
but I mean, the Flux is a good idea with, Zephyr, Plague Rider. Like, even in the lockpick pools, Flux's ult's really good with all of them. You can Flux ult onto a Pharaoh hook, getting more than one person in your ulti. You can Flux ult onto a Bubbles ulti, get more than normally 2 or 3 people in your Bubbles ult.
Yeah, I completely agree there, and we'll see if they do pick up any of those.
It's also
as-
a good soft counter to Tempest, in my opinion. I gotta sneeze.
a soft counter to Tempest. Now, what
Okay.
does he do that makes him a soft counter to Tempest? I'm
Like
actually
if
confused.
if Hellborn were to get Tempest, they could push all the enemies away from whoever and Tempest, whoever's holding. The hole will still be channeling, but it makes it a lot easier to interrupt the Tempest because he's not going to be near his ultimate, so he won't get sucked in when you try to interrupt it.
I got you. That was a little bit confusing. My brain couldn't wrap around that. Swiftblade comes
It
out.
also works good with Tempest, as you can see they picked them. So
Yeah. Swiftblade comes out for FYKU. So going a little bit different there now. And that's a hero that we've seen a little bit from Slicks, who's now a member of your team when he was back with TTE still. Going for something like an early portal key, and of course he's a fantastic farming hero. But what do you think about the addition to Swiftblade? And they finish it out with Plague Rider Ophelia. Lalond? Lalond! Did I lose you?
I think my internet's going out.
Oh, okay.
Because your mic is going in and out for me. Fuck my life. I mean, screw my life. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I don't know. My internet connection must be going out.
That's not good.
I thought it was my end.
It very well might be, but, well, Hellborn team finishes it out with Swiftblade, Ophelia, Plague Rider. What are your thoughts on that?
Swiftblade, Ophelia, Plague Rider. I really like all those heroes. I'm not a big fan of Swiftblade, but he's okay. He's an okay carry. He can do his job. I'm not a big fan of him. I like more range carries against Zephyr.
Yeah,
It's the silhouettes and stuff.
Swiftblade's going to do great utilizing that Blade Frenzy while he has it up. But as soon as it's down, he's going to take a ton of damage from being on top of that Zephyr, especially with the Flux there as well.
Oh, that Plague Rider just got caught.
Plague Rider did indeed get caught. I was watching Bubbles get kind of caught up top, but down goes VN Sensation. Haxerin picks up the first blood onto Zephyr. Not a circumstance that FyKu can be too fond of.
Did Bubbles have to use his health potion top?
I don't think so.
Oh, he didn't buy a health potion. He went.
Yeah, all he bought was Runes of Blight.
Or the Runes of Blight.
Yeah. That's all that he bought so far. So, no, he did a very good job of getting kind of out of position, but then regaining that position, utilizing his Shell Surf, was able to get out of there very, very easily. Unlike Plague Rider, on the other hand, who gave up first blood.
Yeah, I mean, I guess on the positive part, he was back to the base so that he could be in time to deny the creep. But especially giving the first blood to the Zephyr.
Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal in the least. Now, interesting to note that they're manning up down here, putting a dual lane long, FyKu that is. Aluna Plague Rider going to be up against Glacius Zephyr. Now, there's going to be a lot of harass potential here from the double range lane of FyKu. But what do you think about this lane's odds against Glacius Zephyr?
I think this is a good lane, other than the fact they fed Zephyr the first blood. Zephyr's going to get an early life tube. The harass isn't going to do much. Probably going to get the early Helm of Black Legion. However, Affiliate is really good against Tempest. It just depends how Moon plays it.
Yeah, I could certainly agree there.
We were in this matchup earlier where Moon was the Affiliate against... forgot his
somebody
name,
else
Tempest.
on the Tempest who's playing earlier. It's Pikachu. I don't remember who was playing Tempest. My brain's exploded. Those were some really long games. Look at Moon cutting middle lane right now. What is going on over there?
It's B-Kid cutting middle lane.
Oh, B-Kid. Sorry. Dude, he's deep in that lane.
Yeah, it was really deep. If they had a TP, which I mean, it's kind of early on to have a TP,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I guess
course.
it's okay. Still really greedy.
Very, very greedy. Windmander walking over now. Might find this Tempest. Find the Ophelia. Gust comes in. Ice Imprisonment, and Ophelia will go down. Franzi picks up that kill, but an assist and almost a last hit there for Haxer, and it goes to Moonmander. So everybody gets their hand on that one.
That goes to, I would say that's definitely the Luna's fault. Luna needs to be helping the Ophelia in the jungle to bully the Tempest out. Like when Ophelia was, when Moon was playing Ophelia in the jungle, he had Franzi helping him bully out or helping rune control and stuff like that.
Yeah, certainly. And, well, Luna needs to be doing a little bit of something more. Core's unfortunately not quite there. Middle lane, it's a lane we don't see too often, as actually Flux is going to man up onto Meraxis here. Flux using that magnetic discharge, or magnetic surge, as well as his release to try to get a little bit of harassment done onto Meraxis. Now, We don't see this too often, but what's the situation here?
Meraxis didn't get a shield, so I feel like it's gonna be harder for him to stay in lane. But he seems to be doing a decent job. Does he have his bottle now? Yeah, he has his bottle. Okay, he'll be fine then. Probably until 6. It's gonna be hard for Meraxis to actually get a kill when Flux can just do that.
Yeah, Flux, look at the damage output. Both of them grab their bottles, and Flux will be making his way up top, so he's going to be able to bottle up those illusions as another kill goes on bottom. Luna going to drop. So Hanks are now 2-0 with 2-0-1 with an assist. 403 gold per minute. And if FyKu wants to take this into a later game where they're not at a severe disadvantage, this is not the way to start it.
Yeah, actually, Haction was smart. He actually got boots first, which allows him to get those early kills.
Yeah.
If he went life tuned, yeah, he wouldn't get harassed out of lane, but then you'd have to play more passive. Getting the red boots first was actually a way better, much better idea.
I agree. I like that decision. Luna is up top now. They're going in for a kill onto Bubbles. Bubbles will get the root. The root actually keeps him in place way back there, not able to get it before he ports. And as a result, he will be safe. Unfortunately, the power throw did miss as well, so not even getting that harassment out.
Yeah, they already moved the Luna top and Affiliate to their own jungle.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Bubbles is doing a really good job against this Switchblade.
Yeah, Bubbles has been doing fantastic up there. Shams 230 gold.
He's 16 and 2.
Yeah.
Switchblade's 20 and 3. That's really good.
Well, especially since they moved the Ophelia and the Luna up there now. So he's having to play even further back. Hit the damage tab real quick, as actually another kill goes on bottom. Plague Rider left to suicide, and another one up top. Bubbles,
they're just getting outplayed now.
Yeah.
That should not happen.
Definitely should not happen. That's a tri-lane up there. And Bubbles getting kills? No, that's not good.
Well, the thing is, as you can see from the damage tab, Bubbles has the most damage in the game. Luna had to give Switchblade his regen.
Yeah, it's rough. It's very rough. Switchblade trying to run Bubbles out of the lane, but they both are sitting on red boots. But like you said, that damage tab, and I'm going to do some simple math in my head right now, and I'm seeing close to 80% of the damage done in this game. No, close to 70% of the damage done in this game is by the
like
Legion.
80. I mean, 12 and 8 is already 20. Yeah.
Yeah. So 70% of the damage done in this game so far has been by the Legion team. There's simply nothing coming out of the Hellborn, and FyKu is getting outclassed, like you said. Switchblade's going to go in and try to secure a kill up here onto Bubbles now that he does have his swift slashes. And Lou's going to try to set that one up as well, and Ophelia is there with the Skeleton King. Shams needs to be very careful, but is going to back off.
Shams went on an interesting build too. Normally, if you're suiciding Bubbles, you get at least one in to take cover.
Oh, certainly. Yeah.
And he with the greedy route going 2 into silence.
Going without for sure. Been a lot of creep cutting in the bottom lane as Zephyr's trying to get this tower pushed as fast as possible. Level 4 Plague Rider, unable to finish anything. Even that Ring of the Teacher still unmade. He's sitting way back. Wants nothing to do with the bird or the frozen man.
The Glacius.
Big Glacius. We didn't see him for a long time, and then all of a sudden he just came back, and now he's like first pick material again. He's one of those heroes that I'd say for 80% of the competitive scene, he's been a top tier pick.
Yeah, he's always been picked.
And he just never really gets many changes. He's just good. Flux might be in some trouble here. Double damage Rax is going to come in. The Quake being applied. Emerald Lightning is there as well, and down goes Flux, not even needing to activate that Matrax.
Yeah, that I would say that, because I'm sure they called missing, but that would be on the support for not getting another ward up bottom. He actually doesn't have any wards up right now.
Yeah, Glacius too happy getting his red boots and his power supply. I think we've all fallen into that trap before where you're like, oh my god, I'm so rich. I don't need to buy wards right now. Or you just...
Well, now he has no excuse because he got a tower kill.
That's true. Should be able to get plenty of wards with that one. And in fact, the courier's flying out, bringing a ward and a beast heart. So Zephyr will be finishing up his Home of the Black Legion, plus red boots, plus mana battery at 7 minutes in.
Yeah, they're going to keep going to the second tower. I don't know if that's a good idea, because if you get the tower so early, especially with the Plague, he's going to be able to keep the lane closer to the base and get farm.
It's going to be very, very hard to gank that lane for sure. And Meraxis is coming in. The Gust goes out onto Plague Rider, and he's going to go down. Meraxis wants to be able to come in there and assist, but not quite able to. Top lane, Sham's in a little bit of trouble. No, just kidding. He's perfectly fine because Ophelia has 2 Vagabond leaders. No stuns, no slows, just nukes. And, well, Meraxis is going to be in some trouble. The Gust comes out as well as the Elemental Void being applied, and Meraxis is going to fall. Tower goes to Moon Meander as well. And 8 minutes into this game, 6,400 gold lead, 3K experience lead for Complexity.
Yeah, they're just getting outplayed. Like, they had really communication. As you can tell, Meraxis was heading there to try to help Plague Rider, but he decided to dip out because Plague Rider got caught. Like, they're just having really bad communication. Ophelia should be pushing the top tower, which he is right now. Okay, good. Yeah, that bottom lane was just a bunch of miscommunication. Aluna should have walked there earlier.
Yeah, Ophelia is actually backing off on the top tower too. Not even pushing it.
Yep.
Unfortunate for sure. You really need to have that gold injected back into your team to have any hope as Gust comes in from Zephyr once again. He's going to try to bring down this Plague Rider, but no. Bird not able to put out enough damage. He has finished up those phase boots as well, the Ghost Marchers.
Yeah, as soon as Ophelia saw bottom tower taken, he should have immediately started pushing, grab whatever creep he had, and just push top.
Yeah.
Now instead of getting he didn't even get a tier 1 tower. I don't think he damaged it barely, and they lost 2 bottom towers.
And like 4 heroes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, around 4 heroes.
Mid tower is going to be the next to fall as Complexity is focusing that one down. They need to be careful. Ophelia and Aluna are off to the side as Meraxis wants to close the distance on to Tempest, perhaps. The Bird is there, though, and now Meraxis is the one that needs to be in trouble. The Glacial Downpour going down, and Meraxis needs to be able to get out of there. He does have that Matrix activated, so he should be fine for now. But no, he goes down. The Plague ultimate bouncing around, and Zephyr takes some damage, with a lot of that going into the Tempest minions. Ophelia in a little bit of trouble as Flux is there. They want to be able to bring him down. Swift slashes, though, from Swiftblade, and he's able to bring down Shams. Shams buys back immediately, going to be teleporting back into the middle lane. The Swiftblade gets the double tap, bringing down Glacius as well, but now he's going to be in some trouble. Bubbles is there. A nice discharge there from Flux, able to bring Swiftblade back in. Kelpfield's there as well as the release, and down goes Swiftblade. Did Glacius buy back? Glacius bought back as well. All 5 players up for Complexity.
Now they're just I think Peter and them they're just strolling. They're like they know they're up a lot, and they're assuming FyKu is going to CC at 15.
It's certainly a possibility.
those are very like careless buybacks.
Yeah, rage backs. Not even raging though. Typhoon goes down on top of Aluna, and she's going to die to that. Meraxis in a little bit of trouble, pulls back in with the Magnetic Surge, not able to get the release slow off though, and going to have to turn around for now. They will bring down their 5th tower though in 10 minutes. So Complexity in 10 minutes got 12 hero kills and 5 towers.
Yeah. I mean, do have a Plague Rider. When you have a Plague on your team that denies the creep way back, you have to assume that they're going to push, but not get 4 towers in 11 minutes. That's unreasonable.
4. Sorry. They didn't get that top tier 1. I was going to yell at you, but then I was wrong.
It's like 5. Don't you know how to count?
Don't you know how to count? Oh, actually, I'm wrong. Gotta obey Lalond. So, FyKu, they're gonna stick in it for sure. 365 gold per minute Swiftblade, not bad. But when you
compare that to the 570 gold per minute Zephyr, the 400 gold per minute Tempest,
and Flux, 400 GPM.
400 gold per minute Flux, pretty much.
Tempest is going to go in. Elemental Void onto 2 players. In comes the Shell Surf, Song of the Sea. Ophelia Gift going to go on and save one of the players for now. Flux is going to come in. Where's the Magnetic Surge? Not even needed. Double damage is there. Got to use that release. No, not going to use the release or the discharge to try to chase anybody just yet. Glacius is actually leading the front lines here as he's trying to find some kills. Not quite able to. Top tower goes down as well, as Zephyr leads the charge to 600 GPM.
Yeah, they're most likely gonna CC this at 15. They're down almost 14k gold in under 13 minutes.
Yeah, it's not good.
Like they're about to lose all their outer towers before the 15-minute mark. It's just they're getting outplayed. Flux has a peak. Like Flux, they already have the Flux Tempest PK combo in under 13 minutes.
It's scary. The ultimate is, of course, down from Tempest, and we'll see if it comes back up before this game finishes. If it does, though, we're probably in for a bloody day, and that blood's going to be FyKu's, because they will have a few people die. We saw in that last one, they simply didn't have enough damage to bring down the tanky Swiftblade and, of course, Meraxis. If they have the bird there, though, well, you can bet Haxorn's going to be putting out the deeps. He is building relatively tanky, though, right now, picking up the Shaman's Headdress, as well as that Helm of the Black Legion.
Yeah, the thing is, like, do you think he's gonna finish off his barrier idol?
No. I think he's going to go Mach.
You think he's gonna go Mach?
Mach or Frostburn.
No, not Frostburn. I would it's either gonna be Mach or barrier idol for pushing.
Wait, hold on. You don't think it's going to be Frostburn?
Not now. Maybe later.
I think it might be a Frostburn.
You have insight?
Huh?
You have insight on me?
I don't know. Do I?
On Zephyr? I mean, it's not a bad item. I know Chessie does a lot when he plays Zephyr, but I still think he's gonna either get the barrier idol or the Mach.
I don't know. Haxorn likes his Frostburn. So we'll see. We'll see. You're supposed to be the competitive insight, Lalond. Gust comes in onto Merax, is not quite able to secure the position there. And
Merax has got destroyed. He still has red boots, a power supply.
yeah, 58 and 12 Flux, 1-1 and 4, as opposed to a 36 and 3 Meraxis, 0-3 and 1. Boom! Icebrand picked up. What's up, Lalond?
Sorry, your mic cut out again on me.
Oh, god dang it.
What did you say?
I was in the middle of gloating. He picked up an Icebrand.
You're rooting me, right?
No, dude. Icebrand.
Okay, I'm done with Haxorn. He clan chatted that. You're trolling
he
me.
did not clan
It's
chat
like I'm getting
it.
Frostburn, guys.
I'm on D&D. I can't even see clan chat right now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I'm just kidding with you. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe it's because I have wireless internet.
I don't know. We'll get it figured out, guys. Of course, this is Lalond's first day casting with me, but not going to be the last. This will be the last.
There's the GG well played.
In the winner's bracket, though, for FyKu. 15cc coming out as FyKu going to bow out. Complexity takes this one 2-0. Certainly not as competitive as the other game. Fuxcall's last fight, he could want something happen. They did just burn a lot of cooldowns. So if they do go for a last fight here, I don't know what's going on.
It would be funny if they genocide them last fight.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Decent fake CC. Gus comes in onto a Luna right there. In comes the FyKu ultimate. A Luna going to be going down into that Typhoon. The Flux release going to be able to bring Meraxis back over, slowing him down. The Elemental Void inside of the Typhoon, though. And there's the Elemental Void that they were looking for.
They walked in. I think they were just trolling. They all walked in on purpose.
Go down. The Swift Slash is going to be able to bring down one person. Shams is going to fall. That turtle head just spinning there on the ground, and auto attacks to bring down Swiftblade. A genocide in favor of Complexity, and Complexity takes the series 2-0, guys. That got the energy back up. And, well, they're going to be advancing on to the winners' semifinals. That's going to be played, of course, tomorrow.
Who do they play tomorrow?
I don't know. The other series is probably not finished up yet. Let's take a look.
This is the winners of who and who?
Gary Johnson and Absolute Legends.
It was what Absolute Legends?
SG. Stay green. Your
SG.
team.
Oh, nice. That's actually a really good game.
HoNcast has that right now. So
Nice.
we're going to wrap this up so that we can go watch HoNcast, because I'm sure you want to watch your team, and I just want to watch more HoN. But guys, of course, thank you very much for tuning in. That is it for Complexity Casting today. I've been your casting host, Beef, and joining me, Lalond. Lalond, any shout-outs before we wrap it up?
Just a shout out to Belle for putting up with waiting for me and everything. And shout out to you. Thanks for having me. And Milk Fat and everyone at us too. And all the viewers.
Yeah, of course, a big shout-out to everybody that did come out and tune in. Don't leave just yet. I'm going to try to bring somebody from Complexity on for a quick interview. I know that they had expressed a little bit of interest in doing one of those after the game. So we'll see if that actually comes up or not. If it doesn't, well, maybe we can get them next time. But we're going to try anyway.
Which person? I can try to talk to them as well. Which person were you trying to get?
I don't know. Normally Franzi volunteers, but
Ask him.
I just asked in clan chat.
I can probably convince him.
There you go. Give it a shot.
Sorry, my keyboard's kind of loud.
Guys, do have to thank Complexity Gaming for allowing coLcast to happen. Of course, Complexity sponsors QPad, PNY, Origin, Sound Blaster, and Creative for sponsoring Complexity Gaming. And of course, check out ComplexityGaming.com, where HoN Tour is on the front page. You can check out the coL Weekly Breakdown, where I recapped Complexity HoN for the last week, including our invitation to the Sound Blaster Heroes League. Qualifier number 1 finished up just yesterday. We'll be starting another one of those in the first week of January, so make sure to tune in for that. And, of course, make sure to check out Complexity at Facebook, facebook.com/ComplexityGaming, twitter.com/ComplexityLive. And while you're over there, make sure to check me out at BeefPopPie1 for all your information regarding Complexity casting, Complexity HoN, and all that in noise. And I'm actually going to bring Franzi on the call real quick.
Yeah, he has a secret Skype. He said you have it.
Oops, I actually just gave you the
It's fine.
the secret Skype.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Peter. How are you?
Good.
So,
He's like, good.
good. So in that first series, let's talk about that one real quick. Going up against Pikachu, I mean, after the 16-minute concede, what were your guys' thoughts there?
What did we pick? Did we pick normal heroes?
I think you picked
Game was out
normal
of control.
heroes, and they had a cursed Martyr Armadon Rhapsody.
You want your thoughts on first game or thoughts on game 2?
Well, what were your thoughts after that game? I mean, were you like, oh, this is a joke?
It's just typical Pika.
Bread and cheese.
they do crazy stuff like that all the time. So we were expecting level 1 Kongors, some all-out push strats. So the first game wasn't really a big surprise. But after game 2 and 3, I bet they wish they would have played straight up game 1.
Yeah, I think so. That's actually what I said to Lalond here just a little bit ago. They if they had taken number 1, then they could have closed you guys out, because number 2, that was a pretty dominant showing from them. It was back and forth, but in the end, they were able to take it.
I guess I'm pretty sure we had that game until
Well,
got picked off at mid tower, lost all of his creeps, and then we lost team fight at Rax.
Yeah, that's what I said. When he got picked off by the pebbles behind the tower. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just bad communication, and I guess I don't want to put blame, but yep, it was just bad team play. Shouldn't have happened, and that was a really big throw, because we would have won that fight in our base if they kept pushing and we had Ophelia with his 3 creeps. And we also didn't have Ophelia ult either. Like, he used his ult when he died.
Oh, yeah, I remember the fight you're talking about now. But going into game 3, though, was there any kind of dissent between the team? People mad at each other? Or did you guys just keep your heads cool and just move on to game 3 and just try to finish it out?
We've been through enough as a team where we don't let little things like that get to us. It was obviously a throw. We all knew it was a throw, and it was bad play. But we just tried to, just start over and play fresh game 3. We knew we were big. We weren't the underdogs, so we were pretty confident.
You're favored.
Yeah, big favorites. So game 3 shouldn't have been a problem, but it was pretty close.
It got very close there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Very close. You mean like, where you were up by a lot, so let it 8k with 2 buybacks, and all of a sudden he's down to 1k with no buybacks?
Well, trying to remember what exactly happened.
Because I was like, okay, they have Moon Queen's out of buybacks.
Magnus stole our token. That was
huge.
Yeah.
Hax had so much farm on Silhouette that he didn't have room for token or bananas or anything. And then Ophelia had a Storm Spirit and Moon Queen had a Satanic. So that's a deadly combo.
Oh, a Storm Spirit, you say?
Yeah, Storm Spirit was owning. I think if they would have got one more Storm Spirit, though, they probably would have won that game.
Instead of the Hellflower Magnus.
Did he have Hellflower on Magnus?
He could have got Storm Spirit instead of a Hellflower.
I know he had Demonic. I didn't get to see the Hellflower, but yeah, we just bursted Moon Queen. They only had 1 Storm Spirit, so when you drop out a Storm Spirit, you have a Perplex for 0.5 seconds. So right after he dropped out, we Hellflowered, and Luna stunned him, and he just died in that last team fight.
Yeah. Moon Queen consistently getting caught out of position, and you guys were able to capitalize on it with big hook-ins from Pharaoh, big Willowmakers from Deadwood, and so you guys were able to take that one. So once you guys finished up and you were able to take that first series, going into the next one, I mean, what was the mentality? Were you guys really tired from having a 3-hour series? Were you rejuvenated, you had the momentum back, and you're ready to take down FyKu?
No, we weren't tired at all. I mean, we've had longer days, so we come into Saturdays and Sundays and expect these kind of, these big tournaments and a lot of games, and Game or the first series went a little longer than we wanted to, so I think some of us were hoping to take a nap in between the games or in between the series. But
Lalond and I were hoping to get lunch.
we knew FYKU wasn't exactly the strongest team. They showed some success advancing out of the gold division, and then they beat Call It Karma in the last round. But we were still pretty confident against them.
Yeah, and well, FYKU, they've shown in the past their affinity for that Monkey King, and you guys ran into it in the first game. Nothing to be scared of there.
No, Meraxis is actually really, really good versus Monkey King. He's got high base armor and a lot of HP, so dual lane mid was pretty easy. Hax made some big plays and won the lane and then won the game.
Yeah, the man ups at the end of that game, we kind of talked about it on here where, well, maybe they should have conceded 10, 15 minutes before then, but you guys were going deep. Is that kind of a demoralizing thing for just trying to force them to concede?
Just wanted to kill heroes.
Yeah. All right. And then any words on game 2? I mean, getting a first blood there on Haxer, of course, sets the mood for that entire game.
Oh, well, yeah, we Zephyr'd them pretty hard.
You gave them
just
the bird?
Zephyr, Vanguard Hood, run train on every tower.
The Playwriter had a courier scouting too. I don't understand why he kept going. Like, he saw you guys and still kept going.
Did he? Maybe he thought he could get it. I mean, Zephyr's not the strongest level 1 hero. He's got the Gust, but if he didn't see me, I was sneaking. I went down to the bottom path.
Okay, he saw you. He saw Zephyr and Flux. He didn't see you.
All right. Well, Franzi, you guys have your next match coming up tomorrow afternoon. That's going to be up against the winner of Gary Johnson, well, SG, versus Fortune Bakery, or AL. I guess both teams have changed their names. Right now, SG is up 1-0. Who would you rather play in that matchup?
I'd rather play AL. I like them. I like them as friends better than I like Stay Green for the most part.
They're much funner to play against. More mannered.
The Clan Milk pub train is pretty interesting at times.
I was gonna get there.
But no, I'd like to play them. We haven't played them in we scrimmed them a lot, I've scrimmed them a lot, but we haven't played them in a serious match, so it could be fun.
All right, guys. Well, that match will be coming up tomorrow. If you did miss out on any of the VODs from today, they'll be up over at our VODs page. You can check that out at the info section. And of course, we did cast the match from QSQ 777 versus Absolute Legends a little earlier on this week, so you can get read up on that. Peter, that's available if you need to do any studying up on Absolute Legends, should they advance.
Sure.
All right, Peter, any last words before we shut this one down then?
I'd like to give a shout out to my sponsors, Sound Blaster, QPad, PNY, Creative, Origin, and shout out to my team, and shout out to Absolute Legends for getting involved in the HoN scene.
Yeah, big shout out to them. All right, well, Peter, thank you very much for joining us. We're going to go ahead and shut this one down. We'll catch you later.
See ya.
All right, well, Lalond, thank you for getting that interview set up. You have any shout outs before we close it?
I think I gave them earlier, but I'll give another shout out to
Do it
Belle.
again.
She's awesome.
Yeah, you can never shout your girlfriend out too much. All right, man. Well, we are going to close this down. Lalond, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope that you'll be available tomorrow, as we've got 2 more great series coming up.
Thank you. It's the same time, right? Make sure people know about the time.
Yep, we will be live at 12 p.m. EST. That is 1800 CET for the first series tomorrow. We'll figure out which one that is, and then, of course, in the afternoon, either us or HoNcast will be casting Complexity versus the winner of AL versus SG. We'll figure that one out. But, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Once again, huge shout-out to Complexity Gaming for allowing coLcast to happen. Check out the info section below for all the information you need and easy social media links. We're out, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.